Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Fiona at Drawings in a Drawer. And today I thought I'd share with you this painting I created as part of my Learning from the Masters series, which is a series of tutorials where we are inspired by a historically famous artist and paint like them. In this case, Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. All the full narrated tutorials can be found on my Patreon starting from the $5 upwards tier, and you will find the link to that in the box down below. Art is a wordless story, and Frida Kahlo poured out her life, her struggles, her love and her pain into her work, her passion and her attachment to her homeland of Mexico, and at the same time the intimacy of shattered hopes and dreams. Her work was a scandal. She herself was a scandal in the best possible way. She showed that she was never ashamed and that every feeling is okay. She put it out there, and we still look at her art today and are in awe of how someone could be so fearless. I find her work fearless today, and I can only imagine what it must have been like in the early 20th century when she was alive. There are books and films about Frida Kahlo's life and an abundance of information on the internet, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about her life. I'm sure that if you clicked on this video in the first place, you probably know that she had to start fighting since childhood due to a number of unfortunate events and sheer bad luck due to literally being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and hence being bedridden for long periods, where she fought boredom and exasperation by painting her reflection. Indeed, her father had got the idea of hanging a mirror above her bed so that she could see herself and paint what she saw. When I look at Frida Kahlo's work, personally, I immediately see two things: self-portraiture almost every time, and colours. A lot of vibrant colours, which make the paintings bright, even when what is being depicted is sad, shocking, sometimes even crude. For this reason, when I think about ways to learn from her, I think about colour and about using it freely, almost creating a rainbow. And in spite of what she experienced in her life, Frida Kahlo was in love with it. She was burning to be alive and to love her partner, her pets. She loved to party, to be the centre of attention. And the dark side, her grief and the disappointment, were never quite strong enough to overshadow her deep passion for life completely. So I wanted that to show in her skin, in her face, together with the ripples of the hard edges the drying water and pigment create, that somewhat resemble cracks or scars, but with these powerful colours still somewhat being the first thing that catches the eye. And I'm just showing you here that I'd initially started the painting on the wrong side of the watercolour block, and I had achieved a different result when all the water had dried. And when I realised that, I wanted to repeat the sketch. So what you've seen up till now, the footage that you've seen up till now, is actually the second result, but I wanted to show you the difference between the two. So the second one, the one I actually ended up painting, and the one you saw the footage of here was on hot pressed paper, and the other one was on paper that was more similar to cold pressed paper. As you can see, the results are interesting for both cases and in both cases, but the kind of cloudy effect and the ripples, as I said, the edges that I got on the hot pressed paper were closer to what I was after, so I continued on that foundation and abandoned the other one for the time being. Kahlo's work is rich with symbolisms and metaphors, some more blatant and some more subtle. I wanted to add a pink rose because it represents the ideal of perfection and purity, the perfect body, the perfect soul, the simple, fragile beauty of the rose against the loud colours and the rougher beauty of imperfection. I added thorns, as thorns appear very often in her work, and I think that they represent her physical pain. Unfortunately, she was in a lot of physical pain from her childhood due to polio and then to the streetcar accident that she was in when she was 18. And unfortunately, it's something that affected her mentally as well, because having to constantly endure this physical pain really was a challenge in every possible way. The bird around her neck is some sort of love talisman. In the book, it said that it was to attract love, but then there was some kind of confusion around whether it was not to ward off like the evil eye, and it was somehow intertwined with the Mexican culture, or so the book said. So this is not my own personal opinion or anything. So if someone in the audience knows anything about this being linked to Mexican culture or something like that, then please do let me know in the comments, because I'm really curious to hear about it. Kahlo often portrayed herself wearing earrings. The heart is a reference to personal memory. I thought I'd add a little personal touch in there, inspired by, what Frida did, obviously. And in this case, it's a memory from childhood. In Italy, they have the sugar-coated almonds that they give at weddings or at first communions ceremonies as gifts. And when I was a child, there was a brand of these sugar-coated almonds, which in Italian are called confetti, and they used to give them away with a gold heart inside the box. And only one lucky person would get the gold heart. So I remember, looking for this gold heart, hoping that I would get it. So I just put that in there as a little nod to myself. In the other ear, we have another kind of earring. You will see this maybe slightly later on. It's a bird cage, and the door to the bird cage is open, so the bird cage is empty. Yeah, so you can make of it what you want. Lost dreams, lost hopes, or just something that needed to fly away and is not there anymore to pester us. And of course, I added her little pet monkey in her hair. She had two of them, and they appeared very often in her paintings. So that is all from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did enjoy making it very much and creating this painting. Please leave a comment down below, even just a paintbrush or an emoji. That really helps my channel out a lot, and also it will help me know if you enjoy my content. I will see you next Friday. Bye for now.